Hello everybody and welcome to week 2 of season 2 of the Endeavour Pokemon League. This week was interesting. As you can see, there's a brand new layout. I am testing with a bigger layout, where not only my team will be visible, but also my opponent's team will be visible. The laptop I'm using right now isn't as powerful as it needs to be, so unfortunately for the time being, it's a little on the not quite there yet scale. And so it sucks because, you know, like right as I was getting like the 10 GIFs on there for the mons, it wasn't working, or my PC was running really slow, or my computer was running really slow. So we have to make do with just the team for now until I can find a much better solution. But I do want to give a massive shout out to Hellbound Certain. In this game, for this series, he did breed me a Gastrodon and an Oranguru, and graciously gave them to me. And I just want to give him a big shout out in this video. Otherwise, this game would not, this team would not have been possible. But as you can see by my team, you can see that the mon I used this week is Basculin, as well as you should, because I put the list on the layout. You guys can see the list of Pokemon that we got to choose from. I chose Basculin because I liked what I could do with it a lot more. I decided that I wanted to do some soak shenanigans. Basculin does get Soak, and so I thought, you know, pairing it with the Tapu Koko and a Kartana would be a really good idea. One, because Kartana not only gets, obviously, has Beast Boost, but it obviously has Leaf Blade. And the fact that I can easily go for a Leaf Blade and pick up a KO if I'm at like neutral is amazing. I also decided to go with Flyinium Z Kartana. I wanted to go with Flyinium Z because it made sense to me. I mean, like, getting the extra speed in case I'm running into another Tailwind team of some sort, and I just felt like having the extra crit, especially for being at -1, would actually be really important. Coco was just a choice spec set. Incineroar's Assault Vest, obviously. This is a Citrus Berry Gastrodon, which was here to, I wouldn't say specifically counter Trick Room, but it was there to help beat Trick Room. And then I had, as I said before, an Oranguru, just to instruct things even outside of Trick Room, because, you know, getting off multiple hits is really strong. And then just to let you guys know what Andrew brought, he brought Staraptor, Porygon 2, Mega Camerupt, Crabominable, Cradily, and Bruxish. Sorry, I'm just going to take a quick drink here. On my coffee, but looking at Andrew's team, I was like, Jesus Christ, of course it's Trick Room for the second week in a row. And not that I couldn't beat Trick Room, but I knew it was going to be difficult because I saw that he had 2 Trick Room setters, and I was really worried because, as you can see, he's got Bruxish along with Crabominable, which is another mon that was on the list this week. And I was going, you son of a bitch, Andrew, you're using Frost Breath, you're using, I didn't know at the time, but I figured it was Iron Ball. I wasn't sure what it was gonna be, but I had a feeling, because the standard Anger Point strat is obviously with either a Crocodile or with Crabominable, and it's got Iron Ball with Trick Room. It's got Aqua Jet for the Cradily, and Frost Breath for the Crabominable, right? You know, it gets its maximum attack, and then it can just run through my team under Trick Room. Yeah. So I was very, very worried. I was very worried. But thinking about game one, I really didn't think it would show up. I really didn't think so. I have two ways of easily beating it. Even if you really wanted to, Kartana can beat it as well with potential Smart Strike, and Sacred Sword as well. So I just figured that I want to lead Incineroar Tapu Koko. One, because it covers pretty much everything when you think about it. The only thing that Tapu Koko doesn't really beat is the Camerupt, and so I figured, you know what, I'm bringing Basculin. I'm gonna try and pull off something with Soak, and because I have Mold Breaker, I am going to be able to break the ability of pretty much everything. So let's say I wanted to switch in my Basculin versus that Bruxish, as an example. I'm getting rid of that Dazzling ability, cause yeah, fuck that. And then I also wanted to bring Gastrodon for two main reasons. The first one is because I knew I could live a Final Gambit. I can live it narrowly, but I can live it. The other reason why is because he's bringing Trick Room. No shit. So having something to be there for, you know, while I'm under Trick Room, I felt was really, really important. So with that being said, guys, let's hop right into the first game versus Andrew. And yeah, so as you can see, Andrew's gonna be here. Pokemon Trainer Felix gonna be issuing that challenge. Not even bad. I'm gonna leave my Incineroar on my Tapu Koko now. The Incineroar I already had. The Tapu Koko is the legit shiny one from the event that was given out in, was it Sun and Moon? And so, as you could see, that his Staraptor was faster than my Tapu Koko, obviously. So I figured, you know what? I know he's gonna Final Gambit into my Tapu Koko slot, so I decided that I'm going hard Gastrodon, because at this point I know for a fact that I'm in a really, really good position by having him lose Staraptor. And I do live with 3 HP. I know I could have lived it a lot more comfortably, but it wasn't something I necessarily worried about my calcs. This set is very, very specific, and as you can see, this knockoff isn't going to kill the Bruxish because of that Intimidate, and I am going to knock off the Iron Ball like I was worried about, as he is going to set up Trick Room. Now this isn't as bad a position as I originally thought while going into battle, because I'm like, I have Gastrodon out, and depending on what he brought out next, whether it be Camerupt, whether it be, I don't know, that Crab, I wasn't as worried as I probably should have been. But he is gonna send out Cradily, and at this point I'm going, all right. I gotta recover up. I have to. I don't think he's gonna attack my Gastrodon because I can easily switch out. I need to get some HP back. He's gonna go straight for the Ancient Power, and this kind of like scared me because I thought, oh, it's not gonna be like a physical set. And if he got the boost, I was in a lot of trouble, but I just decided to go for the Cradily, and I knock off his weakness policy. And let me just tell you right now, that shit fucking scared me. When that weakness policy was there, holy fuck. Because if he gets this off, right, I'm dealing with a +2 Cradily under Trick Room. That's some scary shit, my guys. So, he's gonna go for the Frost Breath into his own Cradily, and hoping to get that weakness, get the weakness policy off. But I decided to switch out my Gastrodon, go into Tapu Koko at this point because I don't want my Gastrodon to go. It's my only real way of dealing with the Camerupt, kind of. But he's gonna go for the Aqua Jet, get the Storm Drain up, and this +1 Giga Drain is gonna do it's gonna do a lot, but not a lot to Tapu Koko. He's gonna get a lot of HP back, and I'm gonna go for the low kick. I do get a crit here, which sucks, but realistically, I don't think it mattered. But he's going to go for the Aqua Jet again. He's going to go into that Cradle League because of the Storm Drain. He's going to Earth Power here. Now, that's perfectly fine. Incineroar eats that shit up for breakfast. I'm going to be able to low kick, get rid of this Cradle League, and all of a sudden, I'm in a very, very strong position because I go for the Dazzling Gleam here. I lock myself into it just in case he decides to switch into his camera up there for some reason. And down goes the Bruxish. Again, I'm in a very commanding position now. I've got 4 Mons. He's got the 1. So camera goes to the Earthquake, and when I saw Earthquake, I was like, what the fuck? Because I didn't know what to expect. I figured Earth Power is coming out, but or a Heat Wave even. But he gets a double knockout here. But I'm still in a position where I have my Basculin. And do you know what Basculin gets? That's amazing in this matchup. Do you know what's amazing for me? Look at my HP stat, and yes, that is a shiny, legit Basculin. I swear on my life, shiny legit. But here's why Basculin's so good in this case. Now, this Basculin has Muddy Water, Ice Beam, Final Gambit, and Soak. So I have enough, and the reason why it's got that 177 is because of max HP. And if I were to go for the Muddy Water here, Gastrodon's not going to get the boost. So Camerupt is going to Mega Evolve. I think he wanted to. He wasn't going to win this game either way. There's no way in it. There's no way. Because I just go for the Final Gambit, and this is going to be enough to take out this max HP Camerupt. And yeah, Basculin actually putting in some work there, and that is game 1. Now, once game 1 pops up, it was very, very interesting, that game 1 for me. I felt like I had a lot of control that game. Like honestly, I had a lot of control. Especially kind of like once I figured out, oh, weakness policy Cradle League. Okay, I can take care of that quite easily. Iron Ball Bruxish, I knew what to expect. Mega Camerupt with Earthquake, really interesting, but I could deal with the rest that was coming. But moving into game 2, I was kind of wondering like, okay, how do I want to deal with everything again? Let's hold on, I'm gonna try. That up. Okay, so going into game number 2, I'm like, okay, I see like he's gotta be bringing Trick Room again. So I decide that, you know what, I'm gonna leave Incineroar or Oranguru. No reason not to. I'm gonna bring Basculin and Kartana in the back because I do really want to try and pull off those Soak strats. So because I really wanted to try and get Basculin and put in some work there. Sorry about that, guys. And so I figured the same lead would show up. Staraptor plus the Bruxish. And so now with the Oranguru there, being such a threat to Trick Room, it leaves him in a position where he really can't afford to, because I have a way of reversing it. So what I decide to do now, this turn 1 is something I don't like. I agree with first turn, but second turn, no, I just don't. I decide to go for Instruct Knockoff, which I don't think was a bad play first turn. I legitimately don't. I think it was actually a really, really smart play. But as you'll see, the second turn at least, I misplayed terribly. But I'm gonna get I am gonna get the knockoff. It's gonna knock off the Life Orb, which kind of scared me, because I figured this thing had a lot more bulk. And Instruct is gonna come out, and it's gonna knock off. I'm gonna be able to knock off. And so No, it's not this turn. It's the few coming turns. But he's gonna go to his Porygon 2 now. He's gonna switch out the Bruxish. Bad play on his part, I think, because like Porygon 2 losing its Violet kind of sucks. Because now it's not as bulky and it's not gonna be able to take stuff like like a Leaf Blade from Kartana once it's a Water type. And so I'm gonna knock off, go for the Psychic, and this is the turn where I make easily the biggest misplay I could have made. I make a terrible play. As you'll see, I decide that I'm gonna let this turn play out, but I make a terrible play here. He's gonna withdraw his Porygon 2, okay? And he's gonna go to his Bruxish. And I go for the knockoff again. And I don't know why. What I figured at the time was, I guess, and like everything was just going through my mind a little bit too quickly. I figured that Crab would switch into the Bruxish, would switch out and go into Bruxish. Okay. I don't know why. I just thought it could. And this is the play where it was big. Because I go for the Trick Room here with the Ranger, as you can clearly see. What I wanted to do, and even like after I clicked Trick Room, was Psychic the Crabominable. If I Psychic the Crabominable, I'm positive it goes down, right? If I Flare Blitz, or hell, even fucking knock off the same slot, because Porygon 2 is not going to stay in, I win the game 2-0. I win the set 2-0. I don't think that there's any debate over the fact that I would have won the set. Just because I have too many options to beat the rest of Andrew's team. I have Intimidate support as well. But he's going to go for the Drain Punch here. If I go for the Psychic, it's just game over. There's nothing he can do. Because as you saw, there's Porygon, but Porygon's not going to be able to do enough to my team. And I set up Trick Room for him. And this is the beginning of the end. He is going to go for the Frost Breath with his Bruxish. Anger Point's going to activate, and Max Attack comes out. And I was really hoping for somehow a Rock Slide miss, and it doesn't. I was really angry with myself after that play. I was so angry. I was fuming with myself that entire time. I'm gonna send out Kartana, and I'm gonna send out Basculin, and I'm just like, no, I can't even play this out. I'm so angry at this point. Now here's oh wait, no, I guess I do let it happen. I guess I do. I was just going to attack the Basculin, and I just go for the Leaf Blade into the Bruxish, and yeah. And there was no way that I was going to be able to stall out Trick Room and win the game anyways, so it really sucked, right? Because had I been able to make the plays that I wanted to, right? Because now I'm at +1, but Staraptor can come out and just Final Gambit and get the KO. I was really angry after that play. And you know what? I had to really look at myself for game 3. Because I don't think it was necessarily a bad play in the moment. I really don't. Because if he does set up Trick Room, especially because he does have Crab in the back, it's a threat, right? And personally, I would think that, oh, I have 2 things in the back that can beat you. Or 2 things out on the field that can just destroy Crabominable, that you would maybe want to set a Trick Room. I was thinking that the entire time. It made a lot of sense to me, but looking at it right after I clicked Trick Room, I was fucked, right? How I even think Flare Blitz and Psychic into the Crab slot would have been better. just on the off chance. But you know what? That is game number 2. I felt really bad after that, so you know I had to clear my head. And so going into game 3, I'm thinking I'm doing the same thing. I'm just bringing Gastrodon to better check Trick Room, and I'm bringing Kartana. I need Kartana. It's the only way if I get Z Tailwind up versus the Staraptor and prevent Trick Room, we're golden. So, holy crap, body shaking. Oh. And so, I was expecting the same Bruxis lead with Staraptor, but he decides to change it up and go with Porygon 2 and Staraptor. And this isn't a bad thing for me. It's actually a lot better because at this point now, he has no reason to Final Gambit because nothing's going to die, as he should know. And so I'm just going to go for the straight knockoff into the Porygon 2. And I believe... what do I do with the Rangaroo again? Do I Psychic? As he's obviously gonna, as he does like withdraw the Staraptor slot. Yeah, I do knock off into the Porygon 2, which is great for me because now it's a Violated. Porygon 2 is a Violated. It's gone. And I do Psychic into the Camerupt, and it does a lot of damage. Like, it does a lot of damage, as he does Trick Room. Now, this is a play where even if I do go for the Trick Room there, it really doesn't do anything. Getting a lot of damage off on the Camerupt to me is much more important because, I mean, like, it just was more important to me to get damage on the Staraptor in case he wanted to do something weird, as he's going to go for the Heat Wave and the Ice Beam. Now, this does a lot to a Rangaroo, but I know I can take multiple. That low kick doesn't do a lot, and I figured, oh wait, never mind. It's not going to do a lot in general. I forgot that Porygon 2 is not that heavy. So I decide to reverse Trick Room there, as you saw, and I switch out Incineroar into Gastrodon because I can take Heat Waves, which is great. So I'm going to Psychic again into the Camerupt slot, do, again, quite a bit of damage. I don't have that much special attack investment. And a Rangaroo is going to survive that Heat Wave. I'm going to pop my Berry. And yeah, I'm feeling decent about it, as he's just going to Trick Room again, which I'm fine with. I can live another Heat Wave. Not another Ice Beam, but I can live another Heat Wave. So he's going to switch up Porygon 2, and I believe go to his Cradily, which I'm fine with, as he's going to go for the Heat Wave. Sorry guys, my body is really shaking here. As I decide to go for the Earth Power into Camerupt, because I don't have a Scald on this Cradily. I have Earth Power Clear Smog to beat stuff like Snorlax. Had I brought this to game 2, I would have won immediately. But he's going to go to his Porygon 2. He's going to get the attack boost, but everything's getting weakened. And a Rangaroo is like not slower than the Cradily. So I decided, you know what, we're going Incineroar here. I could see an Ice Beam going out into my Incineroar slot, so it made sense in my eyes to go out to Incineroar and go for the Protect here. And so Cradily is going to Giga Drain obviously into the Gastrodon, as Porygon 2 is going to Ice Beam. So, and he does crit me, which it really didn't matter. I just had to switch out Gastrodon and go into my Kartana here, primarily because there's nothing that, you know, he can really hit me with that's going to do a lot of damage, as Porygon 2 is going to switch out and in favor of Staraptor. And so, is this the play where I go for a low kick here on his Protect? Yes. So I make a terrible play. I don't know what I was thinking at the time. I wanted to knock off, but he is going to Protect as I go for the low kick. This is a terrible play because he's got weakness policy. If it goes off, I lose the game. And if it doesn't, it's whatever. But now he switches out into Porygon 2. fine by me. It really doesn't matter. But he's gonna get the special attack boost, which scares the shit out of me. Because now Ice Beam is guaranteed to KO my Kartana. And I'm gonna go out to my Oranguru pretty much to be as a sack in case he wanted to go for the final gambit. But he's gonna close combat, which is kind of weird to me. Just because, I mean, you would have gotten the guaranteed KO. You wouldn't have on my Incineroar, I don't think, well, especially because you're at -1. You're not at -1, but nonetheless, you're max HP, max speed. So unless you had some attack investment, to me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So now he's forced to switch out Staraptor, go out to his Cradily, as I'm going to go for the Fake Out for the first time in the set. And go for the Z-Tailwind, because at this point, I believe Trick Room ends in the next turn, or ends this turn, or whatever, but I want my crit ratio high. So I Z-Tailwind here, especially because, like, I was thinking, alright, I'm at -1, doesn't matter, I'm thinking, like, getting a crit with this attack here. Goes up to Staraptor, and I'm at -2 now. I'm at -2 now. I go over the Sacred Sword. I'm like, this is gonna crit. This is gonna be easy, and it doesn't. I'm like, fuck my life. I'm gonna knock off another Staraptor. Gonna do a decent chunk of damage. Get rid of its Choice Scarf, and Porygon 2 used Trigger. I can't remember. Was this? No. I protect here, in case he wants Ice Beam, and he does, but he goes into my Incineroar slot. I guess he was thinking that the Freeze would, like, hoping for a Freeze. He does go for the final Gambit, and it doesn't get the kill. And at this point, I am elated. I am so happy, because at this point, I get the Flare Blitz off, and it KOs Porygon 2. And now it's just a matchup versus me and that motherfucking Cradily. And this is perfect for me too, because Cradily has nothing that can OHKO me. Nothing. And so what I need to do here, and I'm running really low on time, as he protects, is what I need to do with my Gastrodon, not this turn, but the next, as I go for the Clear Smog stupidly, is not Sacred Sword, but I need to keep Leaf Blading. I need to Leaf Blade, and I don't actually end up doing that. But I protect here, for no reason. I needed to attack and go for, I protect, attack with my Kartana, and protect with my Gastrodon. Only play that makes sense. As he's gonna Giga Drain, he's gonna get, what, 30, like, what is it, 32%? Half of that? Yeah, so he's sitting at like 85%-ish, maybe a little lower. As at this point now, he's gonna protect, because I'm low on time. I'm very low on time. Like, I'm now at like 6 seconds on my timer. So Leaf Blade goes into the protect, and at this point, I'm praying to Arceus, please fucking KO this fucking Cradily. Leaf Blade comes out, it goes down, and I'm like, oh, I shit you not, guys. I shit you not. I jumped out of my seat. I was sitting at my desk, I saw Leaf Blade kill, and I fucking jumped a mile high. And so we do end up beating Andrew Davis here in this game. And let me just tell you, let me just say right now, that Andrew was amazing. That was an amazing set. Game 2, I should have won. And I know this is something that, for those of you that haven't checked out the EPL channel, the link to that will always be in the description down below. But, yeah, it was, and I know this is something that they're probably going to bring up again, but am not a VGC player, right? Like I've never been a VGC player. If you catch my drift, like I've never like played VGC competitively, never gone to a tournament before, right? I don't have much experience in the format. I have more experience in singles, right? Where I only have one Pokemon on the field at a time. And just because of that, I have a much harder time discerning like what is and what isn't a good play. Like, because it's such a different way of playing the game. I don't doubt myself very often unless I'm playing VGC. Right, I doubted in the sense that game 2 I should have won, but I made one misplay. I don't think it was a bad play itself, like at all. I think it's actually a really safe play, but it did cost me the game because of what he had in the back and what I was expecting, or versus what I was expecting. I guess I should say. Game 3, I don't think I missed. There were a few times where I could have played a little bit safer and gone like, instead of clicking the move that made sense to me in my head, that actually would have won me the game. Like knockoff instead of clear smog, actually attacking with Kartana instead of protecting with Gastrodon would have kept me alive a lot longer, as well as pretty much sealed up the deal for a victory anyways. I think in those last couple of turns, I misplayed heavily, but I definitely think that no matter what, I still could have won that game. Because let's say Leaf Blade KOs, right? When I go for the Leaf Blade with the Kartana and protect my Gastron, if it goes down, I still win the game. Right, because at that point Andrew can't do anything. He can timer stall, but it doesn't matter. So it's still, I would still end up getting the victory just by going for a Leaf Blade plus like an Earth Power or a Protect or whatever, or hell, even just attack you with both. Because at that point, like even if like he does get the Giga Drain off, it's not like it's gonna prevent him from going down. But that's pretty much it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Answer the question of the day down below, which is actually, let me try and remember what it is. Is it what I think it is? Yeah, what is your favorite Pokemon to use in VGC 2018? Personally for me, it's actually Kartana. I haven't used it much in the format, but I really like Kartana, especially after having used it this week. I really like the Flying EMZ set. It's just a really strong Pokemon that, if not checked, can fuck you up. There's also other sets like Fightinium Z, which is really good. You need to beat stuff like Incineroar, but not just Incineroar, but like stuff like Snorlax as well. I really like Kartana, and just the fact that it's so fucking strong. But answer that question down below, as well as who you thought the MVP of this set was. Let me know in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy, please leave a like on the video, as it does help the channel out quite a bit. It helps the channel grow. If you enjoyed this video and are new to the channel, please subscribe for more Pokemon content, which will be coming out throughout the week. I am building my next EPL team as we speak, so the content's a little bit sparse. Just remember that I am really busy. I've had some stuff happen to me in the last couple, I've not been working at all, so I've been trying to catch up on playing some games and everything like that, so I do apologize, but content will be coming throughout the week. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the EPL channel, as well as this one, obviously. Check out Andrew Davis's channel as well, and the videos he's posted. And I will catch you all later. Peace out, guys.